Jeremiah 52. Sidkiyahu was 21 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 11 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Hamutal, the daughter of Yirmiyahu of Libnah. And he did evil in the eyes of Jehovah, according to all that Jehoiakim had done. For through the displeasure of Jehovah this came to be against Jerusalem and Yehudah, until he had cast them out from his presence. And Sidkiyahu rebelled against the sovereign of Babel. And it came to be in the 9th year of his reign, in the 10th month, on the 10th of the month, that Nebuchadnezzar, sovereign of Babel, and all his army came against Jerusalem and encamped against it. And they built a siege wall against it all around. And the city was under siege until the 11th year of sovereign Sidkiyahu. On the 9th of the 4th month, the scarcity of food was so severe in the city that there was no food for the people of the land. Then the city wall was breached, and all the men of battle fled and went out of the city at night by way of the gate between the two walls, which was by the sovereign's garden, while the Chaldeans were near the city all around, and they went by way of the desert plain. But the army of the Chaldeans pursued the sovereign, and they overtook Sidkiyahu in the desert plains of Jericho, and his entire army was scattered from him. Then they captured the sovereign, and brought him up to the sovereign of Babel at Riblah, in the land of Hamath, and he pronounced judgments on him. And the sovereign of Babel slew the sons of Sidkiyahu before his eyes, and he also slew all the heads of Yehudah in Riblah. And he put out the eyes of Sidkiyahu, and the sovereign of Babel bound him in bronze shackles, and took him to Babel, and put him in prison till the day of his death. And on the 10th of the 5th month, which was the 19th year of sovereign Nebuchadnezzar, sovereign of Babel, Nebuzaradan, chief of the guard, who served the sovereign of Babel, came to Jerusalem. And he burned the house of Jehovah, and the sovereign's house, and all the houses of Jerusalem, and all the houses of the great men he burned with fire. And all the army of the Chaldeans who were with the chief of the guard broke down all the walls of Jerusalem all around. And Nebuzaradan, chief of the guard, exiled some of the poor people, and the rest of the people who were left in the city, and the defectors who had gone over to the sovereign of Babel, and the rest of the craftsmen. But Nebuzaradan, chief of the guard, left some of the poor in the land as vine dressers and farmers. And the Chaldeans broke the bronze columns that were in the house of Jehovah, and the stands and the bronze sea that were in the house of Jehovah, and brought all their bronze to Babel. They also took away the pots and the shovels and the snuffers and the bowls and the ladles and all the bronze utensils with which they served, and the basins and the fire holders and the bowls and the pots and the lampstands and the ladles and the cups, whatever was of solid gold and whatever was of solid silver. The chief of the guard took it. The 2 columns, 1 sea, the 12 bronze bowls which were under it, and the stands which sovereign Shalomo had made for the house of Jehovah. The bronze of all these vessels was beyond weighing. As for the columns, the height of 1 column was 18 cubits, and its circumference was 12 cubits, and its thickness was 4 fingers, hollow. And a capital of bronze was on it, and the height of 1 capital was 5 cubits, with a network and pomegranates all around the capital, all of bronze, and the 2nd column with pomegranates was the same. And there were 96 pomegranates on the sides. All the pomegranates on the network were 100 all around. And the chief of the guard took Sariah the chief priest, and Zephaniah the second priest, and the 3 doorkeepers. And from the city he took one eunuch who was in charge of the men of battle, and 7 men who saw the sovereign's face, who were found in the city, and the scribe of the commander of the army, who mustered the people of the land, and 60 men of the people of the land who were found in the city. And Nebuzaradan, the chief of the guard, took these and brought them to the sovereign of the Babel at Riblah. And the sovereign of Babel smote them and put them to death at Riblah in the land of Hamath. Thus Yehudah was exiled from its own land. These are the people whom Nebuchadnezzar exiled in the 7th year, 3,023 Yehudim. In the 18th year of Nebuchadnezzar, he exiled from Jerusalem 832 beings. In the 23rd year of Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuzaradan, chief of the guard, exiled of the Yehudim 745 beings. All the beings were 4,600. And it came to be in the 37th year of the exile of Jehoiakim, sovereign of Yehudah, in the 12th month, on the 25th of the month, that Ewell Merodach, sovereign of Babel, in the 1st year of his reign, lifted up the head of Jehoiakim, sovereign of Yehudah, and brought him out of prison, and spoke kindly to him, and set his throne above those of the sovereigns who were with him in Babel. So he changed his prison garments, and he ate bread continually before the sovereign all the days of his life. And as for his allowance, there was a continual allowance given him by the sovereign of Babel, a portion for each day until the day of his death, all the days of his life.